Have you ever asked yourself, who is in control of your life? Are you in charge, or are your desires in charge of you? My friend, desire isn't a strange thing. It's a natural instinct God put inside every person. It's what makes us eat when we're hungry and want to get married to build families on earth. But the problem starts when desire goes off track. It can change from a force for good into a chain that pulls you away from your dignity and freedom. First, what is desire, and why did God create it? Desire itself is not evil. It's a natural part of being human. It's the drive for food and drink. Without it, life couldn't continue. It's what makes us want to marry, so life can be stable and humanity can go on. But it's like a weapon. It can be used for good or it can be used for evil. The person who controls it lives a balanced life, but the one who lets it run free will find it turns into a fire that burns them. Second, how does desire start and take control of a person? Desire always starts small. It can be a quick look, a thought, or a tempting word. You might think it's simple, but when you repeat it, it grows stronger and takes root. Then the desire becomes a habit, and the habit becomes an addiction. In the end, a person becomes a slave to it, no matter how hard they try to stop. This is how it weakens your willpower, making you feel powerless in front of yourself. Imagine a young man on his phone late at night, scrolling through apps. Suddenly, he sees a forbidden image. That moment is a sin, but he thinks it's not a big deal. Then he goes back to it, again and again, until it becomes a habit that pulls him down little by little. It brings him worry and sin, and wastes his time on things that harm him instead of help him. He gets lost on a dark path when all he wanted was a moment of happiness or peace. Third, what are the gateways that let desire into the heart? The most dangerous gateway is the eyes. What you see is the first arrow to hit the heart. Next is hearing. Many words or sounds can awaken desire. Then comes imagination. This happens when you let your mind focus on images and thoughts that grow bigger every day. And the biggest fuel for these gateways is having too much free time. If a person doesn't fill their time with good things, desire will fill it with harmful things. And also, bad company is one of the biggest doors to falling into desire. Fourth, what happens when you indulge in desires? Anyone who lets desire lead them without thinking will lose a lot. First, you lose your time. Time that is wasted on a quick pleasure never comes back. Then, you lose your willpower. You become weak and can't say no to any desire. Then, you lose your heart. A heart attached to desire becomes hard. You won't find joy in worship or peace in obedience. The one who gives in to their desires is at risk of losing paradise. In the end, you feel a deep sense of shame. It's as if you are a slave led by your every impulse. Fifth, how can you escape the control of desire? Escaping is not impossible. It's possible for anyone who truly wants it. It starts with guarding your eyes and your ears. They are the first doorway. Next, fill your time with useful things like learning, working, worship, or a good hobby, because too much free time is desire's best friend. Then, choose good friends. A person is influenced by their friends. A good friend reminds you of God, not of your desires. One of the best tools is fasting. The Prophet, peace be upon him, advised it because it weakens desire and makes your willpower stronger. And finally, remember God and pray. When your heart is full of God's remembrance, it becomes too strong to be led by a small desire. Always remember this. Desire is not an enemy to be killed. It is a wild horse that needs to be trained. If you let it run free, it will throw you down. But if you learn to control it and guide it on the right path, it will carry you to goodness and happiness. The truly free person is the one who controls their soul, not the one who is dragged around by their desires.